Pagaran. Number 10, JP Boral. Number 11, Joshua Ramirez. Number 13, Carlo Ferreras. Number 14, John Abis. Number 17, Richard Movida. Number 17, Jericho Nunez. Number 23, Mark Omega. Number 25, Angelo Helsano. And number 86, Cyrus Nitura. And now it's time for your lineup for your Benil Blazers. Number 0, Will Gozum. Number 2, Jericho Halalon. Number 4, Felipe Marasigan. Number 5, Prince Carlos. Number 6, McCoy Marcos. Number 7, Robbie Naive. Number 8, Migs Oxon. Number 9, Joshua Kahukom. Number 10, Mark Sanko. Number 11, Miggy Corteza. Number 13, Paul Turco. Number 15, Michael Mara. Number 13, Jesse Arciaga. Number 31, Zenrik Harke. Number 33, Edson Serrano. All players, please proceed at center court for the handshake of sportsmanship. Our officials for tonight: Chief Crew, Roel Tolentino; Empire 1, Rai Soriano; Empire 2, Jaime Moderazo.
This is the NCAA matchup between the Benil Blazers and Perpetual Altas. Pag-usapan natin, Coach, itong Benil Blazers, they actually had multiple chances of tying the ball game late in the fourth quarter in their game against Uratex, but just unable to knock down shots down the stretch.
Yeah, they had a hard time executing down the stretch compared to the first half. Just wasn't able to execute as good. Will Gozum struggled again against the bigs of Uratex. And again, Uratex bigs, Eric Salamat hitting big threes. Too many good shots on the side of Uratex for CSB.
And one guy who really struggled for the Benil Blazers was Migs Oxon. Only 3 points in that ball game. And his shooting has been really up and down in this tournament.
And Migs Oxon, again, he was the main man in the preseason tournaments for CSB. Now that Will Gozum is back, usage rate goes up for Will. Now Migs has to adjust once again, being more of a facilitator as well. So now we'll see how he'll continue to adjust with Will Gozum back and Miggy Cortez's play on the rise as well.
And on the other side of the fence, we got the Perpetual Altas losing to Ateneo by 8 points. They trailed by as much as 22 points in that game, but itong Altas making headway, especially in the fourth quarter, able to cut it down to within 6, but just came up short there.
Just like CSB versus Uratex, Perpetual had a difficult time managing the size of Ateneo. But in the second half, Coach Mike's adjustment was to be more physical with Ateneo. A lot of fouls were called, but it was to the advantage of the NCAA team who's used to that kind of physicality.
Well, you got our third member for panel, Kathy Abayan. She is with Will Gozum.
Thank you, Ken and Coach Andre. I'm here with Will Gozum. Will, doctors said that you will come back for at least 2 months after sustaining your metacarpal injury in your left hand. Well, you're back sooner than expected. Take us through your recovery.
Thankful ako dahil meron naman sinabi sa akin yung doctor na bumalik ako. Pero dahan-dahan lang. So, right now, I'm still healing. And, ayun.
Well, I'm sure you're ready for this game. Then you have your Mamba mentality. You played in another league when they were in Malaysia for the Asiabasket in Malaysia. What changed after that trip? After sumama ka dun sa practice nila?
For me, yung team chemistry is medyo nakakapanibago. Pero knowing my team is here naman, na nagtutulungan kami. So, feel ko madali lang yun ma-overcome.
Well, good luck on your game, Will. Back to you guys.
Well, Kathy, certainly ito si Will Gozum, a welcome addition ulit para dito sa Blazers. Pero Coach Andre, pag-usapan na natin itong Perpetual Altas. Like we said, it was an up and down season for them in this tourney. Natalo nga sila sa Ateneo. They had a good win in their first matchup, but these guys, lagi natin pinag-uusapan, they are one of the dark horse contenders in the upcoming NCAA season.
just like I mentioned the last time, they're composed of players who weren't highly recruited back in high school. But all of these players you can consider as dogs. They're fighters, they know how to get hustle points, they know how to get stops. So hopefully, by the end of this tournament, they've learned something here, they've built some chemistry, and they've found their identity as a defensive-minded team.
Coach, quick keys to the ball game sa magkabilang kupunan.
Well, CSB and Perpetual, both good in forcing turnovers against their opponents. So the key here is who's going to commit less turnovers, who's going to be more composed down the stretch, and who's going to hit the big shots.
Eh, wag na nating patagalin pa. Let's turn you over to our game announcer for the starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineups. First, for University of Perpetual Health System, Delta Altas. Starting at point guard number 86, Cyrus Nitura. At shooting guard number 17, Richard Movida. At small forward number 0, Arthur Roque. Power forward number 14, John Abis. And center number 23, Mark Omega. And coaching your Perpetual Alta is Mike Sagigit. And now your starting lineups for your Penil Blazers. Starting at point guard number 8, Migs Oxon. Shooting guard number 31, Zenrik Harke. Small forward number 0, Will Gozum. Power forward number 10, Mark Sanko. At center number 13, Paul Turco. Coaching the Blazers is Paulo Layug.
Back with the series, we've got the starting lineups for Perpetual: June Roque, John Abis, Richard Movida, Mark Omega, and Cyrus Nitura. On the side of the Blazers, Will Gonzo, Mix Oxon, Mark Sanko, Paul Turco, and Zenrik Jarque. And you could see on the side of Benil, this is a tall starting lineup for Coach Charles Chu.
And more than the starting lineup, Ken, sobrang interesting ng camera natin, no? Grabe yung Asiabasket adding this iPhone.
Yeah.
iPhone yata to smartphone, but so cool. So cool being part of this Asiabasket tournament, and we're excited to see how this ball game goes.
And on the side of the Altas, starting for the second straight game is Mark Omega, who missed their first 2 games due to injury. And he's one guy who could really become a good defender against the likes of Will Gozum.
Right, Will Gozum has struggled against the bigs of past opponents, so having a front line of Abis and Omega is really going to make it tough for Will Gozum tonight.
Perpetual in white with the possession against the guys in green. The College of St. Benilde, hand off to Movida, pull-up jumper, too strong. And Turco grabs the miss.
But we see Perpetual's big lineup, CSB matching it with Turco at the 5, Gozum at the 4, and Sanko at the 3.
And Mix Oxon, his first shot. A miss there, and Nitura grabs the defensive rebound.
So Movida, one of Coach Mike's off the bench players, now in the starting 5.
Roque, who struggled mightily in their game against Ateneo, missing on that three-pointer. So both these guys, in their last game, Mix Oxon and Arthur Roque, both gunners of their respective squads. They need to find their footing here early in the first quarter.
And definitely, shooters like these guys, they'll definitely find their shot as Roque misses that one from the corner.
But you like that both guys really looking for their shot early on.
But actually, what's interesting to see in CSB starting 5 right now, Mix Oxon at the point guard.
Yeah.
So most of the preseason playing shooting guard, small forward. But now with Will Gozum back in the lineup, as we mentioned, he has to be more of a facilitator with all these scorers around him.
But he has a tough matchup, but Zenrik Jarque knocking down a 3 plus a foul.
Big 3 for the CSB rookie as we see Mix Oxon, his first assist of the night. Gonna have to do that most with the point guard duties. But Zenrik Harke, big 3, converts the end one opportunity.
You've seen Zenrik Jarque first time in the Malaysia tournament. And although he played limited minutes, you could see yung flashes of brilliance, Coach.
Yes, it was very obvious that he was more of an experimental player Coach Charles was trying to figure out how to use him. But now it's clear in this Asiabasket tournament here in Las Piñas, he's been part of the rotation constantly.
And although they're not guarding each other, Zenrik Jarque against Marcos Nitura, that's gonna be a fun matchup, Coach.
Yes, these are young guys, definitely future stars for their respective squads. But Cyrus Nitura, more of a big point guard, Zenrik Jarque, a scoring guard alongside Migs Oxon.
Both tall guards, very long arms.
And that's where the game's really heading, Ken. No? You want guys who are long, guys who can shoot, guys who are athletic, and that stretches down from all positions, 1 to 5.
The Blazers with the first 3 points of this ball game as Nitura trying to send it to Omega inside. He recovers the ball, banks it in.
Specialty of the house, Cyrus Nitura, even as a point guard, that big point guard, all those mid-range shots are layups to him.
Coming off a 24-point outing against the Blue Eagles last Monday. Oxon playing point guard here. Gets stripped by Abyss. And Perpetual quick!
Wow!
Transition.
June Roque could have dunked that, but this guy, he's one of the athletic players of Perpetual as he gets another steal.
That could really get him going here. June Roque. Perpetual with the basketball. Under 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Good cut inside by Movida. Kick out pass. Omega. 3-pointer, too strong. Nitura again with another rebound. And ball will stay on the side of the Altas.
So we mentioned for CSB and Perpetual, they want to limit their turnovers. As we see here, June Roque high above the rim, skying for the Bola.TV fast break of the game.
So the Altas, 4 straight points. Movida firing and scoring from deep.
Richard Movida didn't play a single minute last game, but ready now to start for Coach Mike. That's his role, sharpshooter off the bench, but this time starting.
Will Gozom up top, hands it off. Oxon gustong bumawi. Still a miss, but Sanko gets them another possession. Gets it back to Big Oxon. And another turnover by the Blazers. Kick out pass. Second straight, wala. Gozom.
So that's a good look, but we've seen 2 times now they've hedged Mix Oxo in the ball screen as he finds Paul Turco underneath the rim.
Tough finish underneath. Nitura sends it to Movida, this time from 18 feet.
Movida not gun shy, hitting his first 3, missing the next, now pulling up for a long 2.
6-point lead para dito sa Altas. Jarque, tough shot, in and out. Nitura collecting rebounds early here in the first quarter. Pasa kay Omega, short stab, is good.
That's their shot, Mark Omega, Cyrus Nitura, Richard Movida, 3 pull-up shots. Those are the kind of shots that Coach Mike wants to see as we see Cyrus Nitura pushing the ball, finding Mark Omega in the short corner as we head into the break. Perpetual leading 11-3.
Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92:8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV.
Half minutes gone by in the first, and the Altas 11 straight points after CSB scored the first 3 points of this ball game, Coach.
The game so far, forcing turnovers, getting rebounds, leaking out in transition, and that's the kind of game they're trying to play with this new team. And with Cyrus Nitura as the point guard, they really want to get transition points as much as possible.
And itong Perpetual trying to bounce back from their loss against Ateneo. In that game, it was a slow start for them. Late in the first quarter was the time where Ateneo pulled away from them.
Well, they gave Ateneo a chance to execute their sets in the offensive ends of first half. But in the second half, Coach Mike telling his team to be more physical, didn't make it easy for any of the Ateneo bigs, which is why they were able to cut down that lead.
Again, another turnover. Roque. Sanko with the board. And quickly, itong Binil going to the fast break. But shot Erased by Mark Omega.
Mark Omega, the rim protector for Perpetual, led the NCAA in rebounds, a top shot blocker as we see here, a beautiful shot block. The Bola.TV defensive play of the game by Mark Omega.
And ever since that three-pointer by Zenrik Jarque, it's been a struggle para dito sa Benilde on offense. They only had 9 seconds on their shot clock. Sanko pulls up from Frey. Oh, that's a big one.
That's a big shot by Mark Sanko. With 3 bigs on the floor, you'd think there's no shooting left, but Mark Sanko worked on that 3 this offseason, getting his percentage up. Another threat from the outside for CSB.
Movida, unable to get back that 3. Mark Sanko drilled in 2 3-pointers in their last game. As Oxon trying to find his rhythm here. Sends it to Jarque against Movida. Gozom drives, attacks the basket, and will be rewarded with 2 free throws.
Pero what we're seeing, Ken, from this game, we're seeing modern basketball. Both teams with 3 lengthy big men who have skill. So it's such a pleasure to see this matchup as we see Paul Turco, Mark Sanko, Will Gozum going up against a front line of June Roque, John Abis, Mark Omega. So sobrang laki ng mga players na to, pero sobrang skilled.
Yeah.
So it's really the modern game that we're witnessing right here.
Rob Naive checks in. Pinalta niya muna dito si Zenrik Jarque as Coach Mike Sagingit. Also the head coach of the Olivares Sea Lions and the Paranaque Patriots in the MPBL as Will Gozum, 1 out of 2 on that trip, cuts the lead down to 4, 11-7.
So we see here CSB's patented full court trap, really denying the point guard from bringing down the ball.
Litura playing point guard here for Coach Mike against Robbie Naive. And that pinch coach action working to perfection, Coach Andre.
That's really their favorite. They know that teams like to deny the guard on top. Blind pick action with the big flashing as we see June Roque with a beautiful finish. The Bola.TV assist of the game.
And Mark Omega finding his teammates streaming in, cruising down the lane, and a 3-point opportunity para dito kay June Roque.
And that's great execution. You know for a fact that Coach Mike gives a lot of reps to his team. That triangle offense really has to be mastered.
We would like to thank Frankie's New York Buffalo Wings, the official chicken wings of the 2023 Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. At alam ko, ating courtside reporter, si Cathy Abayon, excited kumain ng chicken wings. Meanwhile, Perpetual up by 6 as Robbie Naive, top of the key.
So we see now Robbie Naive and Migs Oxon sharing ball handling duties.
Oxon steps back. That's a tough jumper. Oh my goodness. Migs Oxon.
That's a Kobe-like fadeaway, which is why he wears the number 8.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
And the pressure itong Benilde unrelenting so far. But still, the Altas up by 4 past the halfway point of the first quarter. Omega posting up his smaller defender. Naive trying to fight off his bigger opponent here. And you take a look at the move of the game brought to you by Bola.TV. Like you said, Black Mamba-esque jumper galing dito kay Migs Oxon.
Those are shots he works on.
Shot clock winding down. And yun ang masakit. If you're Benilde, only 4 seconds left. Nag-commit ka pa ng foul doon.
What we're really seeing, the smallest guy in the floor right here, right now, is probably Robbie Naive, standing at 5'10". So both of these teams really with the defensive tools to be switchable. Interesting to see what kind of ball screen coverages they'll have throughout this game.
And Coach Gabby Severino is currently heading this lineup with the absence of Coach Charles Chu on the sidelines.
Really leading by committee. As we see Will Gozum fouling John Abias. But they have a really talented coaching staff led by Coach Gabby Severino, as you mentioned, Coach Pau Layog, even Coach Marvin Bienvenida. So really a lot of brilliant minds surrounding Coach Charles despite his absence.
Another foul committed by the Blazers. Shot clock reset to 14. Tough catch by Nitura. Sends it to Roque. Fires. Scores!
June Roque, such a beautiful shot. Elevates on his shot but doesn't release at the peak. Really releases on the way up. Flows really nicely. June Roque, one of the top shooters in the NCAA and Asiabasket.
They go inside to Gozom, fakes against Abyss. And before that shot, there was a foul against the Altas.
So really what we've been seeing, as we see here, June Roque coming out that pin down, Miggy Corteza with his hand down, too much space for June Roque.
And subs coming in para dito sa Perpetual. We've got Boral replacing ito si John Abyss.
So Boral, one of those other bigs really who could defend guards, as we see another turnover by CSB.
At stake here is the final slot in Group A. Mark Omega inside, doesn't work. Benilde, if they win here, they will advance despite having lost their first 3 games. Samantalang man, the Altas with a 1 and 2 card. As Naive inside. And good defense there by the Altas. Battle for the loose ball. Still loose. And Nitura grabs it. Attacks. And Corteza fighting for it. Patroque almost. And Omega got caught warding off while trying to go for the rebound.
Yan yung mga scenes na pang Shakti na Fulkin, and the ball just going up and down, turnovers left and right, missed baskets left and right. But these are the kinds of games that the fans like to see. Up and down, quick pace, a lot of action.
And we got the Altas Pep squad in attendance. In full force actually, with the drums, with the cheerleaders. And a good sized crowd here. Our second to the last game. This is the final elimination day of the 2023 Bola.TV Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. Meanwhile, Benil with the possession. Approaching the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Marasigan locates itong si Naive. Fakes, fires, doesn't work.
CSB really struggling to get into their sets, taking a lot of tough shots, not in the right spots. Let's see how they adjust.
Barkuma with an in and out, dazzling itong audience natin. Boral up top against Marasigan. Punta kay Nunez. Mid-range jumper off to the left.
CSB looks a bit gasken, not usually as quick as they are off the transition. Perpetual just one step quicker, but let's see if they can execute here in the half court.
Marasigan behind the back. Arshaga too strong on that triple. Barkuma against Carlos. Attacks. And Prince commits a foul.
So Prince Carlos fouling his former teammate. As we see here, Joey Barkuma, smallest guy in the court, being aggressive, drawing the foul.
So they were actually teammates in La Salle Zobel.
Yes. I was with them. Fun fact, guys.
Diba? Star-studded tayo ngayon as Barkuma at the line.
Two of our top point guards in the DLSG Junior Archers Season 80 team.
Barkuma had 4 points, 3 assists, and 11 and a half minutes of action against Ateneo. Coach Paulo Layog helping itong coaching staff nitong College of St. Benilde. 2 and 23 left in the first quarter as Barkuma makes it an 8-point ball game.
So now Perpetual with a trap of their own. Let's see if they double blindside, which they do.
Marasigan momentarily escapes. Punta siya dito kay Corteza. The spin, tough shot, and the rebound corralled by Perpetual.
Perpetual really forcing CSB into tough shots. CSB just can't get into their sets right now. As we see, Pagaran just misses that 3 as Nunez called for an over-the-back foul.
The Altas not yet in the penalty. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And coach, itong offense ng CSB has been stalled for the most part here in the opening quarter.
Well, what Perpetual is doing is really delaying, pressuring full court, not allowing CSB to get into their spots. But we see here, CSB, a lot of off-ball action, Perpetual reading it well. So we'll see how CSB continues to adjust and read.
Naive. Pasa kay Corteza. His three-pointer. Trickles in.
Iggy Corteza, one of those bigs, including Mark Sancos, really improved their three-point shooting. So once they continue to shoot at a high clip, it's really going to be hard to defend with Will Gozum mostly doing his work in the paint.
Shooting almost 37% from deep during the NCAA 98th season. He actually knocked down 3 threes in last game as Corteza this time attacks. And ball is loose. Ball will stay on the side of the Blazers.
CSB really trying to look for their transition attempts, but it's leading more into one-on-one as we see Miggy Corteza, tough layup, Tyron Nunez tapping it out of bounds.
Baseline inbounds for the guys in green. Carlos. Corteza almost losing the basketball. Naive pull up 3. Missing everything on that shot. Barkuma.
Great rim run by Boral.
But Carlos was there to bother him inside. And Marasigan completes the steal here for Benilde.
Good interior defense there on the end of CSB, really walling up Boral in the drive.
Corteza tries another 3-pointer. That's 2 straight. Galing dito kay Miggy Corteza.
That's been big. He's missed all his shots inside. Really can't be challenging the bigs of Perpetual, but what he's doing is stretching the floor, hitting those good looks from the outside.
6 unanswered points by Miggy Corteza. Cuts it to just 2 points. 20 seconds remaining. And good defense. Galing dito kay Prince Carlos.
Well, the defense of CSB has been good, but let's credit Perpetual. Really been patient, executing the triangle. Just haven't been able to convert in the past few attempts.
And the Blazers, after being down by 8 earlier, has a chance to either tie or take the lead here. 10 seconds remaining. Carlos crossover, hesitates. Kick out pass, Marasigan knocks down a 3.
CSB really tried to execute the Spain ball screen action, but they end up with a Felipe Marasigan 3. Open in the wing, big shot to end the quarter.
3 straight 3-pointers para dito sa Benilde Blazers as they take a 1-point lead, 18-17 at the end of the first quarter.
Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92:8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV. Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92:8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV.
Back with us here as we check out our games at here itong Corsa Tires defeating itong Uratex. Pilipinas Aguilas notching their first win against the Sansar Pharmaceuticals. And later on, our last game at 7 p.m. it's the FEU Tamaraos and the Letran Knights. That's a battle for number 1 spot in Group B. And kinabukasan naman, we've got the quarterfinals. So Group A will cross over against the number 4 ng Group B. So kita nyo naman dyan at your screens, another quadruple header. Abangan nyo po yan. And ticket price is at 100 pesos. So if you have nothing to do, you could go here inside the beautiful Villar Coliseum in Las Piñas City. So we've yet to know kung sino yung mga magiging kupunan na sasali at mga kabilang dito sa quarterfinals. Second quarter underway and Coach Andre, strong finish by Benilde to finish the opening quarter.
Yes, Benilde really just had a hard time attacking the paint. Great interior defense by Perpetual, but thanks to 3 big threes on their end, they were able to close the gap. Now they take a 1-point lead.
And this time, they thrive in transition. Prince Carlos with a layup.
That's really been their strength ever since under Coach Charles. So Perpetual did a great job managing that in the first quarter, but now they're struggling to contain Benilde in the transition.
That's a miss galing dito kay Pagaran. Carlos against Barkuma. They've been going at it since the opening quarter. Naive. Oh, what a tough finish.
So, Robbie Naive, big time finish. Small guard, but a lot of skill. Able to get that tough layup to go.
CSB on the midst of a 13-0 run. They were trailing by 8 early in the first, 17-9, but right now, it's been on a scoring spree para dito sa Blazers. As we take a look at that assist of the game, that pass going to Robbie Naive. And that is brought to you by Bola.tv.
So there we see Rob Naive moving off the ball. That's really been CSB's strength. Making good reads, off balls, using off-ball screens properly. We'll see if they continue to execute well in half court.
Nitura back, guarding itong si Rob Naive. Perpetual has been scoreless for quite some time now.
So Perpetual really trying to hedge these guards. Not allowing Rob Naive to attack downhill.
Naive missing on that three-pointer. So 8 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Roque, binalik na rin dito ni Coach Mike against Mickey Corteza.
So that's 3 of the 5 starters back now. So that's Netura, Roque, Omega. Let's see if they can help Perpetual stop the bleeding.
And still nothing para dito sa Altas. They've been scoreless for the last 4 minutes. They go to Carlos, open three-pointer, in and out.
Great action right there. Flare screen by Marasigan to get Carlos open. Just couldn't convert.
In traffic, Boral gets bumped.
So Boral, one of those stretch force for Coach Mike. Really with guard skills, length to defend bigs, can defend guards on the outside as well. One of the key players in the rotation for Coach Mike.
And Movida checking back in para dito sa Altas. And one guy that we haven't seen so far for the Altas has been Jello Razon. And I'm sure Cathy Abayan will have a report on that later. But certainly, Jello Razon in their last game was really instrumental para sa kanila. Just his lone game here in the Asiabasket had 14 points in that game.
And Jello Razon, really the most experienced guard in the lineup. So he's really been a key player for them even during his high school days for the Perpetual high school squad. So Jello Razon, much needed, and hopefully he's healthy.
Entering his final year of playing eligibility in the NCAA. As we take a look at a good crowd here, our Bola TV host loving the action. Dahil nga ito, NCAA showdown. Perpetual finally stopping the bleeding here. Cuts the lead down to 3 points. No look. Carlos, no foul call. Takbuhan tayo ulit dito. Nitura. Sends it to Roque. Straight away three. Nothing but Thailand.
June Roque, patented jump shot. Really one of the most beautiful strokes you'll see in the league. Hits another corner three.
Right now has 10 points to lead itong Altas. Meanwhile, Corteza unable to convert on that floater. Nitura. Oh, what a pass inside, but Omega unable to finish.
Great recognition there by Omega, knowing the smaller Marasigan on him. Great seal, just couldn't convert.
Kahukom and Corteza skying high, but misses inside. We are tied 22 all. 7 minutes remaining. Roque
Wow!
a three-pointer.
When you're hot, you're hot. Everything's going well for June Roque. Calls glass on that three.
And the Altas responding with an 8-0 run of their own. Kahukom goes to Carlos. Corteza at the top of the key. 9 seconds on their shot clock. Prince. Tough pass. And another turnover by Benild.
Perpetual really momentum shifting towards their side. As you see, Mark Omega with another great seal. That's really his strength. Rim running, out sprinting the bigs of other opponents, getting good position. As we see here, June Roque, trail three, calls bank as the Bola.tv 3-point shot of the game.
And June Roque so far, what a bounce back game. 13 points here in the first half, still with 6 minutes and 28 seconds in the second quarter, as we would like to thank Smart, the official internet provider of the 2023 Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. June Roque hot as fish grease right now.
And he's shooting it from all spots, you know, hitting in transition, hitting it off the baseline out of bounds. Anything you can run for him, he'll convert.
And forcing a turnover are the Altas here. Coach Gabby Severino leaning with his boys right now.
But that's how big the three-point shot is in today's game, Ken. First quarter, CSB took the lead with 3 big threes of their own. But now June Roque with 3 big threes of his own in the second quarter now gives them the 6-point lead. So the high usage rate of 3-point shots is really changing how the game is played and how the momentum can really shift towards one side.
Big swings right now. Earlier, it was Benil, 13 unanswered points. Ang sagot naman doon ng Perpetual, 11-0 run here as they take a 6-point lead under 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Bounce pass, intercepted by Sanko.
So we saw there Coach Pau putting Will Gozum now on June Roque. So they want a bigger defender in him. Hopefully he can bother that jump shot of his.
Oxon steps back, banks in that mid-range jumper.
So these two gunners calling glass early, hitting tough shots.
Oxon so far only 4 points, but that's a welcome sign for the guys in green.
That's their blind pig action as we see June Roque short. Mark Omega with 1 rebound, another rebound, draws another foul.
He's been a handful in the paint so far. Ito si Mark Omega.
Really a big rebounding presence. He's that kind of guy, 2020, as we see Migs Oxon, big step back on the center. Hits the tough J. Calls bank.
And Mark Omega is coming off an injury wherein he was forced to miss out the Phil Oil tournament. Also, yung Pinoy Liga, hindi rin siya nakalaro doon. And I hate to remind you, Coach, but in your game, in the second round, he had 22 big rebounds against you. And that propelled them to that second round win.
And his absence was really big for the Altas. It really showed that they became a smaller team without him, a poorer rebounding team without him. So he's really one of the best rebounders, best interior defenders in the NCAA.
Take a look at Chocomucho star CC Rondina cheering on the Blazers as right now they are trailing by 5, 29-24. Oxon being hounded here. Pulls up and makes Oxon making a conscious effort getting into that 12-15 foot range. But meanwhile, agad naman bumawi dito ang Altas. Gelsano, rim run there.
The Perpetual Altas bigs, they're really impressive, very disciplined, rim running, getting easy layups in transition as we see another Migs Oxon pull up.
Slowly but surely heating up here. Naive with a good save. Gozom goes back to Migs. Oh! 3 straight points coming from Migs Oxon.
We saw June Roque hit 3 big threes in a row. Now we see Migs Oxon, the same pull-up mid-range jumper as we see Migs Oxon attacking right, getting Nitura out of the way, turnaround jumper. Migs Oxon, big shot. And another one here from Will Gozum, the 2 star players teaming up together. And as we head into the break, Perpetual Altas with a 31-30 lead.
Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92-8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV.
2023 Bola.TV Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. Ken and Coach Andre, we will be missing Jello Razon of the Atlas in today's game due to an injury that he sustained in their last game against Ateneo where he had 8 assists, the most number of assists in that game. Sabi niya ay dumiretso na siya sa hospital to get an MRI and the results show that he has grade 1 MCL sprain. Hindi naman ito kakailanganin ng surgery, but he was advised to rest and fully recover, gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Cathy Abayon, working the sidelines here in our second to the last elimination game, Perpetual against the Benil Blazers. And so far, Coach, the 2 shooters who really struggled in their last game have come guns up-blazing here, Migs Oxon and June Roque. Meanwhile, Will Gozom trying to erase itong si Mark Omega. Meanwhile, Roque hands it off. Movida, tough tray. No. Nitura fakes and goes up for the finish.
It's really a game of possessions. Ball moving up and down. Makes Oxon another pull-up. Just comes up short.
33-30. Under 4 minutes remaining. June Roque off to the left.
These Perpetual guards, not gun shy. But we see
Wow.
here Mickey Cortez with a rim run of his own.
What a good pass. Galing dito kay Rob Naive.
So as I mentioned a while ago, these modern bigs, not only can they shoot threes, but since they have the speed of guards, what they really try to do is take advantage of slower bigs, really try to outrun them, get easy points, layups, and transition.
Gilzano hands it off to Nitura against Rob Naive. 4 seconds on their shot clock.
Does Nitura know it as he gets an easy layup?
Does it count? Oh, they do count it as Nitura so far with 6.
Probably the easiest 2 points of the night for both teams.
And quietly, Nitura flirting on a triple-double. 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Gozum going up without the basketball, but Naive luckily there for the recovery. 8 seconds on their shot clock. He fires a three. Off the mark, and a foul call against the Blazers. As we would like to invite you to download the Bola TV app in the iOS and Google Play Store. And meron kayong pagkakataon to win Gcash giveaways as you are watching the stream. So yun, tutok lang kayo doon. You can see our Bola TV host also commentating on the game. And right now, the Altas with a 3-point lead. 2:36 left in the second quarter.
So past 2 possessions for CSB, Migs Oxon coming up short. Maybe starting to cool down. But now John Abis, a mid-range jumper of his own.
5-point lead. Oxon, trap, goes to Gozum. They go to Prince Carlos. Drives Mendel. Not one-hander is good, plus a foul.
Great attack right there by Prince Carlos, knowing the Barkuma, the smaller defender on him. As we see, jump stop in the lane, composed, finishing through contact is Prince Carlos.
And big shoes to fill for Prince Carlos with the departure of guys like JC Villar, who's in the white shirt with the Benil print in front on the bench, as well as Jimboy Pastoran.
And really big shoes to fill for Prince. You know, two of the high usage guards in their team last year. Now all of a sudden, both of them are gone. Now he really has to step up his game if they want to reach the same level they did, or even exceed that level this year.
And he's gonna be the starting point guard for them in the upcoming 99th season of the NCAA. Meanwhile, a tough shot galing dito kay Gilzano.
Tough shots being hit left and right by guards and bigs. So we're just seeing the talent that both of these teams possess.
Marasigan overcooking that 3-point attempt. Carlos, oh, sublime pass para dito kay Marasigan.
Great pass right there by Prince Carlos. We talked about his point guard duties. Aside from the scoring we saw, we really need to see his playmaking abilities, and we see that assist right there to Felipe Marasigan.
1 minute and 22 seconds remaining in the first half. Abis in traffic. That ball gets stolen away by Benilde.
So we really see Perpetual, their point of attack, as Prince Carlos driving to the lane, finding Felipe Marasigan for the Bola.TV assist of the game.
And Marasigan, the Phil Spanish player, entering his lone year of playing eligibility para dito sa College of St. Benilde. Their team down by 2, 39-37, approaching the 1-minute mark of the second quarter.
So three-man action right there. Beautiful horns set involving the guard and big. Migs Oxon still aggressive despite missing his last 2 shots. Now heading to the line for 2.
And such a smart play galing dito kay Migs Oxon. He knew that itong Perpetual was watching out as he was really knocking down those mid-range jumpers. That slight hesi got him to the rim, and now going to the line for 2 shots.
And that's really one of the most underrated parts of his game. Everyone knows his shot-making abilities. Everyone sees the highlights on Hoop Junkie. But what coaches like me see we see that he's able to read coverages, read defenses, makes the right play. So that's really the kind of talent that Migs Oxon is.
Man, this crowd is a sight to watch here. As Oxon trickles in that second, so we are tied once again.
So CSB in their 2-2-1 zone trap as Mark Sanko
That's a
committing
bad
his
foul.
second foul, I believe, in the second quarter. And now they're in the penalty as well.
If Coach Charles Chu is watching, he must be scratching his head right now. That's just a careless foul galing dito kay Mark Sanko.
But really talk about the aggressiveness. Mark Sanko, in some lineups, he's usually the center, but he really has that capability to get steals and traps. So we're talking about the kind of diversity he brings to this CSB squad on the defensive end.
Ray Barcuma had a significant role last season with the Altas, scoring almost 8 points a ball game as we see our crowd in attendance. In 22 minutes, ito si Barcuma scoring 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists per contest. So he's gonna play a much bigger role probably para dito kay Coach Mike Sagigit in the upcoming season. Meanwhile, Prince Carlos, they go to Corteza. Oxon gets blocked, but Corteza recovers, but only 5 on their shot clock. Open 3 by Marasigan. And Barcuma secures the miss. Ferreras back to Ray Barcuma.
So Perpetual not able to go 2 for 1 as we see another mid-range jumper coming up short. CSB, chance to take the last shot here in the half.
And a chance to take the lead here. 15 seconds remaining. The Altas up by a point. Carlos sends it to the post and a foul against the Altas. Not yet over the foul limit.
So that's their one foul to give. One more will send them in the penalty.
And a timeout requested here by the Benil Blazers. They are trailing by a point, 40-39, as itong Perpetual trying to come back here on defense. But coach, you know, the CSB Blazers, they need one final shot to get the lead here and go into the halftime in good spirits.
Well, it's no surprise if we see Migs Oxon who will take this last shot. But what's just been impressive about both teams is the shot making. We really see the kind of talent that both teams possess. And on the defensive end, we see the kind of diversity they have in the defensive end as we see the big crowd right here, not only for the CSB Perpetual game, but for the big game as well later, Letran versus FEU. So our Bola.tv fans of the game, thank you for coming out to support.
And so far, they've been enjoying these close, hard-fought games. Actually, nung Monday pa lang, coach, on those games decided by 9 points or less. That's how the games have been here in the Asiabasket. Although, you know, for some fans, nakakainayang, it's a short tournament, but sulit naman dahil lahat ng labanan talagang dikdikan, coach.
Right, and the 10 teams that participated in this tournament, all very competitive. So what we expect is all games will be competitive. As we see Benil right here, let's see what they've drawn up in the baseline out of bounds.
They send it to Marasigan. Carlos pops out, steps back, fires a 3. Too strong. And ball is loose here as time expires to end the first half in what has been a back and forth. Both teams making their crucial runs. But we are separated by just a point, 40-39. The Altas in the lead. Halftime analysis in just a bit when we return.
Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92-to-8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV. Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92:8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to request everyone to please avoid airdropping photos and videos. Again, we would like to request everyone to please avoid air.
Continuation of basketball action in the last day of the elimination round of the 2023 Bola.TV Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. 2 quarters removed and a tight game between these two collegiate teams looking for a spot, of course, for the quarterfinals, which will start for tomorrow. Perpetual Altas ending the half with just a point lead over the CSB Blazers or still rallying close behind. Halftime score, Perpetual 40 and of course CSB 39. Of course, we will be taking a break with all of its collegiate action here at the 2023 Bola.TV Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship because this is the time we will be giving out a prize brought to you by Bola.TV Halftime. All right, folks, here we go. And of course, we are live here at the Villar Coliseum. And again, it is time for the Bola.TV halftime show, which means it's time to give out prizes. All right, again, to be part of the game that we have right now, this is the Bola.TV halftime show. My name is Uncle Ken, the resident Uncle Bola.TV. Of course, Bola.TV is a proud partner of the 2023 Bola.TV Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. You can catch all the games, of course, of Asiabasket in a Bola.TV app, which you can download for free sa iOS and, of course, the Google Play Store. And, of course, www.bola.tv for games, basketball games, and, of course, esports. All right, here we go. So let me introduce to you 3 of our live streamers from the Bola.TV. Come on! All right, say hi naman tayo. Hello! All right, pakilala ko sa inyo ang ating Bola.TV live streamers. You may catch them again sa Bola.TV app and of course at www.bola.tv. We have Tanya, we have Maymay, and we have Mirelli. Okay, so once you hear your name, ang mangyayari is please head on over here to the floor because we'll be having the free throw challenge. So lahat naman siguro tayo marunong mag-free throw. Tama, and of course, at stake here is 500 pesos gift card from Bola.TV. So if you guys hear your name, please, takbo lang dito. And the first one, Dennis Abriha. I don't know if I got that correct, Dennis. Uy, may mga fans si Dennis. Dennis! Is Dennis here? Taas ang kamay. Dennis? All right, we have the first one. We have Dennis. And the second one, we have Mark Angelo De Leon. Mark Angelo? Sa taas ba talaga yun? Okay, Mark Angelo De Leon, please do join us here in front. But before that, of course, meron tayong Bola.TV app check. Please open your phone, show us your Bola.TV app that you have already downloaded. Pakita lang natin sa camera. That's one of the requirements. Yan, pakita natin. Ito, dun, sa camera. Pakita lang natin, Bola.TV app natin, sir. There you go. And again, Bola.TV app is where you can watch basketball, your Asiabasket, and of course, some esports. 24/7, 7 days a week, Mondays to Sundays, all day, every day. We have it here at Bola.TV. Again, www.bola.tv. And Bola.TV app, which you can download at Google Play Store and iOS. Ayan, yan ang ginagawa ngayon ni Sir Dennis. All right, here we go. So first natin si Sir Dennis, he has 5 opportunities in the free throw line. So napakasimple na ng game. The most free throws made, of course, will get to take home the 500 pesos gift card from Bola.TV. First free throw by Sir Dennis. No good. Yes, sir. That was the first one. Second free throw. No good still. 0 out of 2 so far. 0 out of 3. Medyo, sir, lagyan natin ng konting arc. Medyo patusok tayo. And Sir Dennis' 4th attempt. Nako! 0 out of 4. Medyo nilalamig pa Sir Dennis. Of course, it's different talaga when you're taking free throws here in front of you guys and at the same time, 500 pesos gift card is at stake. Okay, so Sir Dennis, he got 0. Next would be Dennis. Mark Angelo. Mark Angelo, first one. Second one. No good still for Mark Angelo. Sir Dennis, may pag-asa pa kayo. 0 out of 3. Sa mga friends neto, cheer nyo naman. Ayun. Para sa inyo daw to. Ayun. All right, so there it goes. So we have a winner already. Mark Angelo. So he got one shot in. Maraming congratulations. Photo muna tayo. And of course, we have one more game. Meron pa tayong challenge para kay Mark Angelo. And of course, this is the time where we get to showcase also not just the live streaming abilities sa ating mga live streamers, but also entertainment side. Let me call on Perry, one of the live streamers for Bola.tv, to go up against Mark Angelo for Mark Angelo to get more prizes. So same pa din, but this time, kalaban ni Mark Angelo, one of our representatives from Bola.tv. Come on, let's go. 5 opportunities. Right, first one. 1 out of 5. 2. 3, last shot. And, man, mahirap to, Perry. Galingan mo. Galingan mo. Representative ka ng Bola.tv. Form pa lang, alam mo, mananalo na tayo eh. Form pa lang. Okay, there you go. So we have Mark. As again, more prize to be given to Mark. Congratulations. Oh, guys, gitna. Okay, maya, bilisan nyo. Gitna. All right, there you have it. Of course, this, the Bola.tv halftime show. Bola.tv, the proud partner of the 2023 Bola.tv Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. And of course, when we return, more action between these two collegiate teams. Stay tuned.
Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92:8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV. Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92:8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. Live streaming with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live junior skills. See you here at Bola TV.
We're back here at the 2023 Bola.tv Las Piñas Asiabasket Championship. I am here with Choco Mucho Flying Titan, CC Rondina. Well, guys, if you're wondering, bakit nandito si CC, meron siyang sinusuportahan. Sino ang sinusuportahan mo dito, CC?
From Binil, number 18, si Chris J. Flores. Pero hindi siya naglalaro ngayon.
So she is supporting Chris Flores of the St. Benilde Blazers. CC, ano naman ang schedule nyo, no? Pareho kayong athletes. So, paano yung schedule nyo pareho? Nagkikita pa ba kayo?
Yung ano namin, hanggat may oras, sinusulit. Kasi he's a student athlete and ako naman sa pro. So, hanggat may oras kami, dun lang, sinusulit lang namin.
Pareho kasi all is fair in love and basketball. Ika nga. CC, ano naman yung feeling na ikaw naman ngayon ang nanonood?
Okay lang, normal lang din naman. And support lang naman ako sa kanya all the way.
Do you have any message for Chris and sa St. Benilde Blazers?
Ipagpatuloy niya lang yung kung saan siya gagaling and i-improve. And good luck sa CSB Blazer. And yeah, mahal ko siya.
Thank you, CC, and good luck. Now we will be back for more here at Las Piñas Championships of the Asiabasket.
Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92:8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV. Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open Get a split revenue offer of 92-to-8 ratio from the virtual gift. Bola is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official streamers. Check you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV. Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92-to-8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV. Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92-to-8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV.
At the half, we got the Altas up by a point against the Blazers, 40-39. Ken Pangilinan and Coach Andre with Cathy Abayon at the sidelines here. And Coach, it has been a game of runs for both these squads. Itong Perpetual Altas going on the 11-3 start, but if 13-0 run naman, bumawi dito ang Benilde. And from then, it was just back and forth. Both teams not giving an edge here in the first two quarters.
And both teams hitting big shots all throughout the half. And number one was transition. We see June Roque here, almost a slam. Migs Oxon even had a 8-0 run on his own, hitting Kobe-like fadeaways. But Cyrus Nitura finding corner jumpers. Richard Movida started today's game, hitting big shots of his own. And Miggy Corteza using his newly found range, hitting big threes as well in the half. And June Roque, the bright star for this Perpetual squad, hitting 3 big threes in a row in that second quarter to give the lead. But Migs Oxon again kept CSB in the game, hitting tough shots, making good decisions, fadeaway jumpers. Migs Oxon versus June Roque was the story of the first half.
And these two guys, we highlight them at the top of the coverage. Really struggled in their last game, pero maganda yung bawi nila dito. Roque with 16, Oxon with 12 as we take a look at the numbers here for the Altas and Blazers.
So both teams really struggling from the rebound in a rebounding perspective in their last games. Now it's almost even. Both teams also managing their turnovers well, but a lot of three-point attempts we see, three-point percentage down. So it's gonna be about who can hit the tough shots, the big shots down the stretch in the second half.
Right now, both teams trading blows here in the first half. And at stake here, tandaan natin, is the last slot in Group B, the right to advance to the crossover quarterfinals. So laglagan po ito, wala nang quotient. Whoever loses here will be eliminated. So Coach, keys for both teams in the second half.
Well, you said it. It's gonna be a tough game. And when the pressure is at its highest, the stars come out to play. Migs Oxon led them in the first half. June Roque led his squad in the first half. So it's going to be about who can lead their team better. But they're going to need supporting staff. Will Gozum with only 1 point in the first half. June Roque needs help as well from his side. So it's going to be about who can support their main guys down the stretch.
And you see here the College of St. Benilde with the plethora of fans at the back, as we would like to thank Bola.tv. It's a new way to watch. Kung gusto nyo manood, meron din silang GCash giveaways na opportunity if you just download the app on the Google and Android TV store. Yun. You see here Yumiko G in attendance para sa kanila. Coach Gabby Severino, JC Cullar magkatabi dyan at the bench. JC Cullar is such a good story, Coach, because he has already graduated, pero kumbaga patuloy yung kanyang pag-give back dito sa College of St. Benilde. Balik tanaw lang natin, ito si JC Cullar. How huge has he been for the College of St. Benilde in its finals run?
Well, going back to season 98, he was really the point guard who was controlling all these talents. So when you have talents like Migs Oxon, Will Gozum, what's important is that you have a point guard that can really take control of all those stars. So with JC Collier, we knew that he's been a brilliant mind as a player. So there's no surprise that Coach Charles has brought him along in his coaching staff, and he's really been a big help to the CSB squad, especially now that Coach Charles isn't with us today.
On the side of the Altas naman, they lost guys like Kim Aurin, Jeff Egan, but the core is still intact. Marcus Nitura has been really a revelation for them, and he's flirting on a triple-double right now as we start our third quarter here.
But you said it, Kim Aurin, Jeff Egan, they played the same spot as June Roque. So if they never leave, maybe June Roque is not the player he is today. So that's the silver lining for this Perpetual squad, and let's see how he responds in the second half after a great first half showing.
And the 5 on the floor for Benil Oxon, Will Gozom, who spins inside and converts. And kasama nilang dalawa, si Prince Carlos, Paul Turco, and Mark Sanko.
So that's actually Will Gozom's first field goal of the game, only scoring 1 point in the first half of a free throw. Let's see if he can finally get it going in this game.
Nitura, siya magbababa, hands it off to Roque. Kasama nila dito, Movida, who takes a free and knocks it down.
Richard Movida has really been standing on those corners. That's really been his role surrounding Cyrus Nitura, June Roque, the main guys. He hasn't been gun shy, always attempting those open looks.
John Abis and Mark Omega also in for the Altas to start the third. Turco goes up and gets fouled.
But interesting to see Perpetual, their halftime adjustment is clear. They're now switching on all the ball screens, so trusting Mark Omega and John Abis to defend the guards outside, and trusting the size of June Roque and Cyrus Nitura to guard the likes of Will Gozom in the post.
Paul Turco, a 6'6" center, 23 years old, hailing from General Santos City. Played for the Holy Cross Davao Crusaders, and he led that team to back-to-back appearances in the PCCL Vismin qualifiers. As we take a look at our good-sized crowd, actually halos puno po tayo dito. But meron pa tayong mga bakanting upuan. If you guys are near the venue, you could come in here. Well air-conditioned po. We have food and drinks sold here, and as Altas tying things up at 43 apiece.
If worry nyo po, mainit. This is one of the coldest venues I've ever covered in. So bring a jacket too if you need to.
Pero yung action naman, nagliliya because both these teams have been fighting tooth and nail. Nitura gets blocked on his way to the basket. Under 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
So CSB really trying to slow Perpetual down their execution. They employed a 2-to-1 zone then, now in a 2-3 zone.
Nitura against Carlos. Movida pops out and gets in that floater.
Wow, Richard Movida, really, he knows his role. I haven't seen him pass a lot, but when he did shoot, he's probably made a high percentage.
Paul Turco under the wrist, but Oxon recovers. Open three for Carlos. That's short. Sanko with his offhand.
So Movida and Roque just running too early, which led to a CSB 5-on-3 after the offensive rebound.
June Roque magbababa dito. Goes to Marcus Litura against Mix Oxon. Long three-pointer. Off to the right. And Omega trying to fight for the loose ball, and he gives another possession para sa panig nitong Altas.
So in that possession, we see CSB's adjustment to the triangle offense of Perpetual, not denying the top, choosing to let the top handle it, sagging off of him, giving up that long three-point look.
Oh, what a block! But Turco, good job being persistent inside.
JP Boral staying with it. So now he's playing the 4 position. Let's see if he's one of these guys that can really be switchable versus the CSB squad.
Sanko against Roque. He drives. And in traffic gets fouled.
A lot of contact in that possession, even in the initial pass. But Richard Movida, the victim of that Mark Sanko drive.
And Mark Sanko has been more aggressive each time we see him inside the court para dito sa College of St. Benil.
And Mark Sanko, he's really one of those physical guys for CSB. We see right now really frustrated with the no call. I believe he got swiped as soon as he got the pass, but stayed with it. still attacked the rim, drew a foul on Richard Movida.
So it's 47-45. 2 minutes gone by in the third. Our referees trying to sort things out here with our game announcer, Migs Torres. Actually, that's Gab Ignacio. So there was a warning for improper bench decorum on the side of the Blazers. Meanwhile, Sanko again with the offhand. Nitura with his 9th rebound. And they've been going at that play, yung early seal nito ni Mark Omega, but that time, medyo nabasa doon ng Benil.
And Mark Omega, really the 5-man sprinting down the floor, getting good position since the first half. Just couldn't convert it right there.
Oxon now against Roque. He goes to Sanko. Mismatch down low against Movida. Bullet pass. And Michael Mara gets called for a traveling violation, as we would like to thank Frankie's New York Buffalo Wings, the official chicken wings of the 2023 Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship.
So we see CSB now back to their 3 big lineup. So they're looking to counter against that switching defense of Perpetual by posting up their bigs on smaller guards.
Nitura goes to Movida. That time it doesn't work. Sanko umatake. And that right hand, even though he's a lefty, has been working wonders para dito kay Mark Sanko.
And that's your center right there, bringing it down coast to coast. Really has that diversity even on the offensive end. And now we see how CSB is countering that Perpetual triangle almost in a zone-like formation.
Mark Sanko right now with 7. Arthur Roque. Shot clock winding down. Oh, at the last second, naiwanan siya doon. And Benil dodge a bullet right there. Gozom attacks and scores his 5th point of the game.
It's a battle of rim running bigs. We see Mark Sanko bringing down the ball himself. Will Gozom getting good position for an open look. That's the kind of points that they want to get, CSB.
And a careless turnover on the side of the guys in white. Nitura and Boral hindi nagkaintindihan doon. As we check out our fast break of the game, brought to you by Bola.tv.
And I can imagine that's how Coach Charles really envisions his team right now with Migs Oxon and Will Gozum together. Migs Oxon really will have to be more of a facilitator, so he'll have to find Will Gozum as he puts himself in good position.
Migs Oxon gets bumped and he will head to the line for 2 shots.
So far, 2 key defensive adjustments for CSB and Perpetual, working wonders for them in the half court. But now it's a game of transition and game of runs. We'll see who can take advantage of that.
Actually, baseline inbound. The referee who made the call got overruled on that one as Michael Mara sticks it inside. Oh! And he points onto the direction of Mark Omega. And Michael Mara, if you remember, in their game against Ateneo, he got thrown out after a skirmish there. Coach Gabby Severino trying to calm him down here as our referees will try to review that last play there. Let's take a look.
So Mike Mara makes the finish, bumps JP Brother, points at him. the young gunner, really very emotional, but great job on Will Gozum's part to keep him controlled right away. The veteran presence is going to be very important. Not only is he going to be their leading scorer, their go-to guy, but he really has to be the leader for this younger CSB squad.
At sino bang nagsabi na this is just the preseason? Walang preseason dito because both teams, you could see emotions flaring. Both teams ayaw magpatalo, especially with what at stake here, Coach. The last bus to the quarterfinals. Itong College of St. Benil searching for their first win. At itong Altas naman, ayaw din magpatalo. And yun na nga, technical foul against Michael Mara.
But let's hope CSB, they've scored the past few baskets. The momentum has shifted towards their side. Let's hope that that technical doesn't shift the momentum back to Perpetuals.
Just want to give a shout out to my wife, Naj Miravalles, watching.
Hi, Naj.
As Movida at the line for the technical free throw. That's short, and Benilde so far has outscored itong Perpetual Altas by 5 under 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Ang saya pag madami nanonood, coach, no?
Yes, the energy goes up. You know, when you have a lot of talent in the floor, it's complemented by an energetic crowd.
Omega against Mara, trying to bulldoze inside, gets stripped. Gozom in transition, kick out pass, Jarque knocks down the three!
Wow, big corner three there by Zenrik Jarque. Jarque actually started this game. He hit a 3-point to start the game. Haven't seen him since, but now he's back on the floor. Hits a 3 right away. So instant offense for Coach Pao Laig and Zenrik Jarque.
7-point lead by the Blazers. Mintis doon si Pagaran, but Omega, specialty of the house with the putback.
Mark Omega, again, one of the top rebounders. CSB has actually done a good job as Will Gozum turns the ball over. But as I was saying, CSB has done a good job keeping it out of the offensive glass as Zenrik Jarque, the corner, 3, Bola.tv, 3-point shot of the game.
Zenrik Jarque so far with 6 points. Nitura at the left corner goes to Omega against Michael Mara. Nitura trying to post up Oxon, but a steal here by Benilde. Behind the back pass, Gozom at the last second dropping it off. Good block galing dito kay Omega. Takbuhan na naman tayo dito. Nitura sends it to Pagaran. Actually, that's Ferreras. Abis, second chance opportunity is good.
That's 2 straight buckets by Perpetual coming off offensive rebounds. CSB has to do a better job. Now the lead is down to 3.
Oxon, top of the key against Ferreras. Under 5 minutes remaining. Slithers the screen.
Great read by Oxon.
Woo! But in and out on that 3.
Great pass right there, recognizing the weak side skip. As Pagaran just can't control the ball, turns the ball over once again.
But that's a good sign if you're Benil. Mix Oxon, we all know he's a knockdown shooter. Could score in bunches, but if he could develop that facet of his game, yung playmaking, that's gonna be huge wonders for them heading into the 99th season of the NCAA.
And CSB knows it, that teams are gonna prepare, they're gonna scout against Mix Oxon. They have coverages for him. As we see Rob Naive, tough floater in the lane, but teams are gonna be ready for Mix Oxon. So he's definitely gonna be preparing himself to read all those coverages.
Kapampangan, Carl Ferreras missing on that 3. And Miggy Corteza, easy pickings on the other end.
That's the nth time we've seen a rim run on both ends actually, but we're just seeing the importance of your big sprinting down, trying to get easy points.
And Abis gets bumped. He will go to the line for 2 shots.
So Will Gozum, great outlet pass to Miggy Corteza, his easiest 2 of the night for his Bola.tv fast break of the game.
Miggy Corteza so far with 10 points. As John Ames at the line, also playing for the Muntinlupa Cagers in the ongoing MPBL season. And John Ames is actually one of the rare guys who had a triple-double in the NCAA season 98. Had 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists against this team, CSB, in their second round matchup.
So I'm sure he's really hyped up to play against this team every time he plays against this team. So far, great showing for him, and he'll be much needed if they want to cut this lead down.
6.5 minutes gone by in the third. Omega snatches another board. They are down by just 4. Pagaran, no good on that 3-point attempt. Naive against Ferreras. Marasigan offering a pick. They go to Corteza. Nobody around him. In and out.
Talk about the pace of this game, Ken, really going up and down.
Yup.
These teams, no one's gun shy. Really settling for the first good look that they see.
Omega against Michael Mara. Finds a cutting back door. Ito si Carlo Ferreras, but he gets the ball back against Carlos. 10 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Omega. Abis popping out with 5 on their shot clock. Crossover, pull up. No good.
Great defense on the end of CSB, really limiting Perpetual to one-on-one possessions.
Oh, what a Hesi! And Corteza gets fouled on his way up.
So tough to guard. Miggy Corteza, now the power forward in this lineup as we see. Pagaran, the quicker guard supposedly, but he's able to hesitate, blow by him, draws a foul. Now he's shooting too.
And the Ilonggo at the line for 2 shots. Ito si Miggy Corteza from Negros Occidental. Transferred from DLSU to the College of St. Benilde to find greener pastures. I did not mean to have that pun, but yun talaga eh. Talagang green-blooded ito si Miggy Corteza, but finally has found a home here in the Blazers under Coach Charles Chu.
And really, he's one of those players that you know is a better fit in the NCAA compared to the UAP with his style of play, being able to stretch the floor but not as big as those other Phil Canadians. But really, his talent has been in display in these past 2 seasons, and he is definitely one of the key players in the CSB rotation.
The Blazers now up by half a dozen. Barcuma against Carlos. Up top, Abis. Oh! Corteza leaving him. Medyo may miscommunication on defense and a foul whistled against the College of St. Benilde.
So you can really see the difference in how CSB is defending the triangle of Perpetual. So really made a great halftime adjustment. And same on the side of Perpetual, switching ball screen on the other end. We'll see who can continue to adjust as this game goes down into the 4th quarter.
2 minutes remaining. Long 3-pointer is off the mark. Galing dito kay Roque. And Roque hasn't scored here in the second half after going for 16 in the first 2 quarters. Naive, the scoop, gets fouled.
Robbie Naive really aggressive. No one showing on the ball screen. Felipe Marasigan popping out, gives Robbie Naive the driving lane, draws 2.
And we would like to invite you to download the Bola TV app in the iOS and Google Play Store and have a chance to win GCash giveaways there as Robbie Naive at the line, the former San Beda Red Cub, is one of the veterans na aasahan dito ng Benilde in the upcoming season.
And really a combo guard who can play, make, and score. So he's also going to be very important on the defensive end. He's really in task of pressuring these guards, as we see here, pressuring Joey Barcuma.
Sends it to Ferreras. That one-hander. It drops, plus a foul.
Specialty of the house, Carlos Ferreras. He's either taking 2 kinds of shots. It's either that pull-up 3 or the patented floater, as we see here. Carlos Ferreras draws the foul and 1 floater.
Sukat na sukat yung ganyang galawan ni Carlos Ferreras. And actually, this guy had 21 points in 17 minutes. Imagine that. 21 points in 17 minutes dahil nga foul trouble siya nun. But despite all that, was really productive para dito kay Coach Mike Sagigit. Although, he missed his last game against Ateneo. So, a welcome sight para dito sa Altas.
But what's really interesting, Ken, sa team ni Coach Mike sa Perpetual, it seems like the players know their role. Very clear or very defined ang mga roles nila. So we see guys like Ferreras and Movida not gun shy because I'm sure the coaches tell them, yan yung role nyo. Pag open kayo, tumira kayo. Just be aggressive. And we see rebounders like Abis and Omega, point guards who defend like Barcuma. So very clearly defined ang mga roles ng Perpetual squad na to.
In itong Perpetual, under Coach Mike Sagigit, as Prince Carlos gets called for a traveling violation, they mostly run the triangle offense, which is such an offense hard to figure out, and you need smart players to really execute that kind of offense. And credit to all his guys for just imbibing and absorbing all yung mga tinuturusan ni Coach Mike.
Yes, and the criticism nga sa triangle offense is it's outdated. But with Coach Mike, he's really put intricacies of his own to keep up with the modern game, to complement his shooters players. So that's why they're still really able to use it and maximize it here in the NCAA and the Asiabasket now, of course.
And that's what Coach Gabby Severino alluded to when I talked to him earlier. Because yung mga nag-iiba-iba yung mga plays, dumadami, but the principles stay the same, di ba? Yung execution, ball movement, cutting, nandun lahat. And, you know, just kudos to all our coaches, including you, Coach. Batiin na rin kita for, you know, just innovating and really making our collegiate basketball such a fun experience to watch para sa ating viewers.
Thank you, Ken. Appreciate that very much. Where, like you said, as we see Joey Barcuma bringing down the ball, former teammates Prince Carlos giving him a not so friendly shove right there. But like we were talking about, the most important thing that coaches should be teaching their players is reading. Reading defenses, reading coverages, because the reality is these players won't be in college forever. When they reach the pros, they won't be under one coach. So under different kinds of plays, different kinds of sets, they just have to learn how to read, learn how to play good smart basketball.
And our crowd, sulit naman ang ilang pagpunta dito dahil nga dikit pa rin ang ating labanan. The Benil Blazers up by 6 though with 42 seconds remaining. Carlos under the rest, unable to convert. And hindi nakatingin doon.
Bad turnover right there and the end of Abyss.
One-hander by Naive, doesn't work. He gets his own miss. Pulls it out. 24 seconds remaining. Makoy Marcos, high looping jumper, no. Corteza, muscling his way inside.
CSB really wanting the ball right there more, getting the steal. 3 attempts at the basket, finally gets one to go via Miggy Corteza putback.
Last shot time for the Altas. And another turnover. As time expires here, the College of St. Benilde outscoring itong Perpetual Altas here in the third quarter by 9 as we take a look at the highlights here in the third, Coach.
Will Gozum started the third quarter very aggressive, dictated the tempo of the game. Paul Turco getting the block, but JP Boral staying with it. We see here Mark Sanko very aggressive. Will Gozum finding Miggy Corteza. So it's really been the bigs of CSB doing the activity on both ends of the court in this third quarter.
62-54 at the end of the third quarter.
Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92:8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV. Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92:8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV.
Leading us in points, Adeshokan Odu really with his full range, 3-point shooting, mid-range pull-ups, great finishes inside. That's why he's the 7 points per game leading scorer. And we see also Mike Harisuzu coming in second with 23. Justin Sanchez, the future CSB Blazer, 21.3 points per game. And Mark Ramirez, who led his team a while ago from the Piñas Aguilas with 21 points per game. And Aaron Estacio leading also Corsa Tires in steals, 3 steals per game. Patrick Street with 2.7, Mark Ramirez with 2.7, Cyrus Torres with 2.7, and the injured Jello Razon with 2.5 per game. And in assist, we also see Kurt Rayson, the top scorer for Letran, also the top assist leading man with 7.3 a game. Jello Razon with 6, Cyrus Netura with 6, Sanzar point guard Ian Torres with 6, and Robbie Naivel, who we're witnessing tonight, with 5.7 assists per game.
And you saw there, Marcos Netura again flirting on a triple-double. Abangan nyo po yan. 6 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. As we start off the fourth quarter between College of St. Benilde and Perpetual Altas, Nitura.
So CSB starting off with a zone with Sanko on top.
Omega hands it off to Pagaran. Marcos Nitura in traffic, loses the basketball.
Beautiful zone defense right there in the end of CSB. One would be confused, were they playing zone or man? But you could see it started off as a zone. When the ball screen started coming, it would show man-like coverage. So we'll see how it will look down the stretch.
Naive, nobody around him. Mintes and McCoy gives them another possession. Kick out pass. Carlos takes the free. In and out. And Movida secures the miss. Kasama niya ngayon, Nitura. And also Pagaran as Nitura attacks. Wala. Omega also in. As well as Boral para dito sa Perpetual. On the side naman of the guys in green, you've got Corteza, Sanko, Naive, Prince Carlos, and McCoy Marcos.
So really, this lineup, very switchable again for Perpetual. We'll see if they'll stick to that kind of coverage, but they'll need any strategy that can work for them to cut this lead down to 8. And now, so far, CSB has shifted the momentum towards their side.
1 minute gone by in the fourth. Omega against Michael Mara. Oh, what a swat! Galing dito kay Corteza.
Great block right there by Miggy Corteza and Michael Mara walling up. As we see Prince Carlos stripping and a block of his own, Cyrus Nitura.
Nitura also one of the league leaders in blocks with 1.3 a game. He attacks, gets fouled, and he will head to the line.
But you said it's Cyrus Nitura. We see first Mark Omega backing down, gets blocked by Miggy Corteza for the Bola.TV defensive play of the game. But you mentioned, Ken, Cyrus Nitura, one of the league leader in blocks, was actually the defensive player of the tournament in the Phil Oil Preseason Cup. So he's really a guard that can get steals, get blocks, and on the offensive end, you said triple-double alert, really does it all for this Perpetual squad.
Nitura, Mintes sa kanya unang free throw. Well, nakita natin kanina si Cici Rondina, and I already mentioned this to you, Coach Andre, and she has a sister playing for the Adamson Baby Falcons. And napakagaling na outside hitter for the Adamson Baby Lady Falcons volleyball program under Coach JP Yude.
So athleticism really running in their family.
Mintis din, and battle for the loose ball won by Benilde. Oxon nasa loob na din. Goes to Corteza, puts it up, wala. But the ball will remain on the side of Benilde.
Getting very physical down there, but what do you expect? This is the last quarter. One team will go home and one team will advance to the quarterfinals. Both teams giving it their all to survive.
Group A, we've got Ateneo on top with a 4-0 record. Sinundan naman sila dito ng Corsa Tires and Sanzar, both with 2-2. And right now, etong Perpetual is at 1-2. College of St. Benilde is 0-3. So if ever Benilde wins here, tabla sila na Perpetual, but via the win over the other, they will advance and the Altas will be eliminated. Oxon, 5 on their shot clock. Tough shot. Good defense there by the Altas.
So clear right there, Perpetual not switching anymore. As we see a great rim run by Pagaran. So it's been a game of maximizing rim runs to get easy points. But as I was saying, ball screen coverage has changed for Perpetual, now pushing up and going under these ball screens. We'll see if they continue to stick with it.
Oxon finally knocking down a three-pointer.
Migs Oxon, again, when the pressure is at its highest, stars come out to play, and Migs Oxon, known as the go-to guy down the stretch for the CSB Blazers.
Nitura goes to Pagaran. Kick out pass to nobody.
That's the struggle of the triangle offense. The baseline drive with the top option still in the pro lane, as we see Migs Oxon with a corner three. No corner bailout for the attack of Pagaran a while ago.
We would like to thank Smart, the official internet provider of the 2023 Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. Benilde, the chance to get them up by double digits. Oxon fires again. Oh! Migs Oxon!
What a big shot right there. CSB in their 3-man game. Flare screen for Oxon. Perpetual not knowing where he is. Bad decision right there to leave him open.
What a time for Oxon to wake up here as Nitura gets fouled. 18 points for the gunslinger nitong Benil as we take a look at that 3-point shot of the game brought to you by Bola.tv.
It's very clear, those past 2 threes, all he needs is a little space. He can elevate just like June Roque, very similar jump shots. They shoot it on the way up, shoot it at a high release. Very hard to defend, very hard to challenge.
Nitura at the line, missed his first 2 and really struggling here at the 15-foot line as we take a look at our Bola TV host. Yumiko G, Charles. Sayang, wala si Lance Serrano, no? Wala sila Lance. But of course, always in attendance ang ating mga Bola TV hosts as CSB up by 11. Finally, Nitura knocking down a free throw.
Oh, they force a steal in the inbound.
Oh,
but a
good
great block by Mara. Great job by Mara. Turned the ball over but stayed with it. Got a block of his own on John Abyss.
3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Carlos.
Barkuma really picking him up, making it hard for Carlos to bring it down.
Oh, that's an illegal screen against Michael Mara.
Good call right there. Michael Mara not set. Good job also of the guard to set up his man, but another turnover for CSB. Let's see if Perpetual can convert and bring the lead back down to single digits.
And this is the first appearance nito si Joshua Ramirez para dito sa Altas. So Coach Mike Sagigit humugot na sa bench dito. Trying to fight the antidote to this 11-point lead being enjoyed by the Blazers. Omega. Mintes and Gozum secures it.
That's Omega's shot. That's really their point of attack, trying to get good looks of that pinch post action. But we see here, end game, you want to go to Will Gozum and Migs Oxon. As you see, step back, just comes long.
Carlos gives in another possession. And good recovery there by Ramirez. Marcuma. Joshua Ramirez fires. Doesn't work. And ball will stay on the side of the guys in white.
Joshua Ramirez, walang warm-up na. He was put in there for a reason. They needed some scoring prowess. Takes the first good look that he sees.
And Michael Mara now with 5 fouls. He will check out. Balik dito sa loob si Mickey Corteza.
So Michael Mara, 5 fouls in limited minutes, but really no surprise because that's his role. He's really banging bodies with these physical bigs of Perpetual.
And this is something that Perpetual could perhaps exploit dahil over the limit na itong CSB with just almost 4 minutes gone by in the fourth. Take a look at Coach Mike Sagigit.
So CSB, this really might be the fight that they'll go to down the stretch in big games because you have 5 veterans on the floor, either with only 1 or 2 playing years left, but these guys are experienced. All of these guys can hit big shots. Let's see if Corteza just long on that one.
Nitura attacks and banks in that shot.
Downhill attack for Nitura. That's his specialty. Too much space for him to attack. You really have to contain him early.
And Nitura now 9 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Oxon spins and gets fouled on the process.
Bad foul right there by Mark Omega. Migs Oxon really had nowhere to go. Bails him out with a reach-in.
7-point lead for the Blazers. Oxon to inbound in the baseline. Locates Naive against Barkuma. Posts him up. Kick out pass. Oxon pulls the trigger. Unable to drop it in. Boral. They go to Nitura. Again. attacking itong si Migs Oxon, but they get another fresh 14 on their shot clock.
Really aggressive Cyrus Natura, even with guys walling up. Really wants to attack downhill.
Referees letting them play. Omega, oh, the fake. Gets blocked from behind by Corteza.
Great move right there, but just better defense on the part of Miggy Corteza. Bigs of CSB just too disciplined.
Sanko lets it fly.
Wow! That's a big shot by Mark Sanko. Corner 3 in transition. Will Gozum sprinting down the middle gives him an open look in the corner. Now the lead back to double digits, 71-61 CSB.
Marcos Litura against Oxon. Trying to post him up. And good recognition dito sa Altas. Nitura with his 11th point.
So Natura really no fear on Oxon, just really attacking him every time. That time posting him up.
Marcos Nitura 2 dimes away from a triple-double. As Naive lets it fly. No. Nitura with his 11th board. Sends it to Boral and loses the basketball.
I wonder if Cyrus is aware of that triple-double alert. Maybe we should tell him ourselves, Ken.
But minsan delikado yan eh. If you're aware of that, you might be forcing the issue. But first, we want to invite you to download the Bola.tv app in the iOS and Google Play Store and get a chance to win GCash giveaways just by watching the live stream. We've got our Bola TV host also commentating on our games. If that's your kind of cup of tea na gusto nyo, ayun, andun sila para kayo i-entertain while we're having this great basketball game. Under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth.
And now June Roque back on the floor. I thought someone was missing, and it was really him. It took a while before Coach Mike put him back in.
Hasn't scored here in the second half. Well, ito si Oxon. 6 of his 18 here. He spins. Tough fadeaway jumper, and Nitura gets fouled. And he will head to the line.
Poor foul right there. Cyrus Natura back in the backcourt, but CSB in the penalty.
And a timeout requested here with 3:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. We've got CSB up by 8, 71-63.
Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you show from the virtual game. Is also looking for games and live streaming professionals. Our streamers with the most fans on social media can apply. Streamers, we will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV.
We are back here at the 2023 Asiabasket Las Piñas Championship. Assistant coach Paulo Layug of the CSB Blazers went back to the drawing board at the end of the third quarter, with Mark Sanko suggesting a play which Coach Paulo acknowledged. Before the end of the huddle, Coach Carlo Tan gave specific instructions and told the guys to go for the layup. Ken, Coach Andre?
Well, we're now here in the fourth quarter. Coach Andre, what do you think of that game line? Nasunod ba?
Well, CSB really trying to take high percentage shots now. And especially when you have the lead, you want to be more conservative, take smarter shots, not get into forced shots. So, very evident that CSB has been very composed down the stretch so far.
And Nitura at the line here as you take a look at our crowd inside. And batiin din natin our courtside reporter Sab San Diego watching here. Sino kaya gusto niyang panoorin dito, no? Baka may inaabangan siya dito, abangan natin. As Marcos Nitura knocks down the free throw, cuts the lead down to 7.
So we went 2 out of 6 from the line, and now we see Perpetual in a 1-2-1-1 zone trap, trying to force turnovers. But not enough pressure, as we see a full court pass right there to Miggy Corteza. So that's now 2 times Miggy Corteza with easy layups under the rim.
16 points para dito kay Corteza. This is now a 9-point lead. Nitura against Okson. Boral offering a pick. Attacks. The tip-in is still no good.
So CSB zone working right there, limiting Nitura's drive into a contested layup.
Okson in traffic. And Roque, he has to get going here para dito sa Altas. He
Perpetual
sends it-
has numbers.
Good pass. And Abyss gets fouled there by Corteza.
You see here, Cyrus Natura drop pass to Abyss. Could have been a clean block on Miggy Corteza, would have been his third, but a foul called right there by the officials.
John Abyss will head to the line.
Another look right here. Maybe could have hit him in the body before the swipe. CSB not happy with that call though.
Abyss, nung nakang NCAA Season 98, averaged 7 points, almost 9 rebounds a contest in 25 minutes a game. And, you know, a bigger role, no more Lian Martel. So, yung gaping hole sa ilalim, pupunan yan ni John Abyss as well as Mark John Omega. And he makes the second free throw to cut the lead down to 8. Under 3 minutes remaining in the fourth.
So Perpetual staying with that zone trap. Let's see if this time they can force a turnover.
Okson, alley-oop pass! Corteza almost!
So that's now 2 times. The first, they give Miggy Corteza an open layup. And now this time, Miggy Corteza, a recipient of a Mix Okson alley-oop pass, just can't convert. But he's going to the line for 2 shots.
Miggy Corteza so far at the line. 2 of 2. Nabati ko agad. Meanwhile, again, our crowd just loving the action we're seeing so far. Corteza finally knocks down a free throw, so it's now 74-65.
Perpetual actually missed 5 free throws in this quarter. Would have been a very different ball game. But let's see if they can cut down this lead into a 2-possession game. But no, Cyrus Tura turns it over. 2-on-1 fast break.
And this time, they convert on an alley-oop slam.
The NCAA MVP with a big jam.
Oh my goodness! That was a rim rocker. Ferreras fakes, fires a free. It's good!
But great way to stay composed. Big answer right there by Carlos Ferreras.
8-point lead, approaching the last 2 minutes of our ball game.
So now back to a 3-possession game. Let's see if
Okson.
Perpetual can get the stop.
Oh, the finger roll! What a sweet finish galing dito kay Mix Okson.
Big shots by their big stars.
Okson now with 20. Abyss against Corteza. A spot here in the quarterfinals at stake. Nitura hands it off. Long three-pointer by Ferreras off to the left.
That's so tough to score on. They were trying to attack on the ball screen, but you have to choose who are you attacking, Miggy Corteza or Mark Sanko. Just shows the defensive diversity of the CSB squad.
1 minute and 25 seconds remaining.
Mix Okson wants to take this step back to the left.
Ooh!
Big shot right there. That's his go-to. Attack left, stepping back, big three. That may have been the dagger, folks.
Big time. Mix Okson, 23 points, including this one impressive layup here and here. The step back three, that three-point shot brought to you by Bola TV. Timeout on the floor, magbabalik kami.
Bola TV is recruiting. We are offering an open contract where you can get a split revenue offer of 92 to 8 ratio from the virtual gift feature. Bola TV is also looking for e-games and live streaming professionals to join and expand our community. The live streamers with the most fans on social media can apply as our official live streamers. We will contact you to screen your skills. See you here at Bola TV.
Back with us here at the Villar Coliseum in Las Piñas City as those series of plays coming from the Benil Blazers, including this one. Take a look once again. Skying high, Gozum with a hammer. And that was our slam of the game, brought to you by Bola.tv.
And don't be confused, folks. This team can lull you to sleep and you'd think they're a great executing team with great fundamentals. But at the end game, they can make highlight reels that will end up in Hoop Junkie.
Will Gozum just his 7th point, but that slam might have finally shut the door here on the Altas. 1:18 left. The Blazers up by a baker's dozen here.
And we talked about it, who's the alpha of this team. But they both have their moments. Migs Oxon showing his 3-point shot. Will Gozum with a big dunk. They'll have their moments. And we're seeing that chemistry develop before our very own eyes.
Roque has been silent here in the second half. Ferreras, fly by Frey, that's good.
2 big threes down the stretch for Carlos Ferreras, giving them a glimpse of hope.
Under a minute remaining here. Carlos barges through, gets fouled. Coach Mike not happy. And he is onto the court right now, hollering at the referees.
We'll have to see the replay on that, but JP Boral also with not a smart foul on Prince Carlos right there.
And Carlos escaping after bumping itong dito si Barkuma. Coach Mike Sagigit asking for an offensive foul. He thought there was a wayward elbow there as Carlos was trying to escape as he knocks down the first.
Carlos making good plays down the stretch for this team. We see here,
Let's see that again.
I think more of a sell job on the end of Joey Barkuma, not too much. We'll see if Prince Carlos can convert this free throw.
He does. And it's now a 12-point lead, 83-71. Coach Mike Sagigit requests for a timeout here with 49.5 seconds left. The Altas needing multiple stops here, Coach Andre.
Perpetual 4-possession game, but I'm sure Coach Mike just is telling his team, we still have a chance, let's convert right away. And no matter what happens, they just need to come out of this game very aggressive, as we see our Bola.tv fans of the game. And of course, these lucky fans behind the CSB bench might be the lucky charm tonight.
Oo naman, dahil nga, these Blazers have been searching and dying for their first victory here at the Asiabasket.
And baka siguro natanggal yung konting kaba without Coach Charles in the bench today. But I'm sure they're missing him, and I'm sure they want to get more wins with him in the sidelines.
And credit to the boys for responding, despite the fact that this hasn't been an easy tournament for them. But right now, they are up by 12, 83-71, 49.5 seconds. And that girl with a selfie there. Dapat nag-selfie din tayo, Coach Andre. Mamaya, di ba?
Later selfie. Dati yung camera na sa atin. Saan yung camera sa amin para maka-selfie kami ni Ken?
Meanwhile, Perpetual needs to convert here. An alley-oop pass. And poked away by Benilde. And they will milk the clock here. Sanko onto the front court. The Altas electing not to foul. Time winding down here. And Coach, this has been a really closely fought contest here, but Benilde looking to grab their first victory and catching the last bus in the quarterfinals.
So they'll most likely be number 4 in Group A. And folks, stay tuned to the next game. They'll most likely be facing number 1 of Group B. So number 1 will be the winner between FEU and Colegio San Juan de Letran.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one. Whoever wins that one, kung sino makalaban ng Benilde doon, there's no guarantees. Lalo with our format, it's a knockout quarterfinals match. Walang twice to beat advantage. As time expires, And what a game, Coach. We've seen some highlights, we've seen some runs, and just good as advertised. Two NCAA teams battling it out, and unfortunately, para dito sa Altas, their campaign comes to an end here.
Yeah, unfortunately, CSB was just the better team down the stretch. But this game, wow, it was a game of runs, really fast-paced. But we saw that in the end, the stars of CSB just too much. Mix Oxon with big shots, Will Gozum with that highlight dunk. But Perpetual had a few answers through via Carlos Ferreras, but just couldn't convert some free throws as well. 83-71 win for CSB over Perpetual.
Marcos Nitura actually finished with a triple-double para dito sa Perpetual Altas. 12 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. But the future, especially the upcoming season, we mentioned how they are the dark horses here, itong Altas. But take a look at our best player of the game. This guy struggled mightily in their last game. Only 3 points against Uratex. But what a bounce-back game para dito. Mix Oxon with 23 points. She is with Cathy Abayon.
Thanks, Ken. We are with Mix Oxon, our player of the game, with 23 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Mix, first win of the tournament, securing your spot in the next round. What would it take to get the momentum going?
We just need to play the right way. With our win, siguro may momentum na kami going to the next round. We just have to continue that and continue to play our game.
Big shot after big shot, especially at the last 2 minutes of the game. Where did that energy come from?
It came from my teammates. You know, they gave me the confidence to just shoot even though slow yung start ko. I just want to thank my coaches and my teammates sa trust na binibigay na sa akin when it comes to the end game.
Well, congratulations, Mix. Is there anyone you want to greet?
I just want to greet my parents, my relatives sa Davao, Chloe, my girlfriend, all who support Philbasket and our school, College of St. Benilde. Thank you.
Congratulations once again. Back to you, Ken and Coach Andre.
Thank you so much, Cathy Abayon. As we take a look at the highlights here, Coach Andre, they had to work itong Blazers to earn their first victory as they barged through the quarterfinals.
CSB really, as you said, had to hit tough shots. We saw right there a lot of end-one plays, but they also did their work to get easy plays in transition. As we see, June Roque also had his moments, but Mix Oxon hit the big shots. Even in the first half, was able to sustain it in the second half. And down the stretch, CSB just the more clutch team, more composed team.
And despite the fact that Will Gozom only had 7 points, but that alley-oop slam really was a catalyst here. Marcos Nitura was really spectacular here with a triple-double, but his efforts were just not enough as Will Gozom, Mix Oxon, and the rest of the College of St. Benilde Blazers will go to the quarterfinals. What a way to win here, 83-71. And so many heroes here. Miggy Corteza, but Mix Oxon lighting a fire here. And this alley-oop slam was just the highlight of this wonderful game that we've had here. Talagang Will Gozom making quick work here. FEU versus Letran up next as we turn you over to Charles.
Game 3 has finally ended. Both teams left it all out on the court. But after a long-drawn battle, the better team came out on top. CSB Blazers beating Perpetual Altas on the score of 83-71. Fourth and final game is up next. FEU Tamaraws will face off against Letran Knights. Get all the action at the Bola TV app. Download it to Google Play Store or the iOS App Store. And visit our website at www.bola.tv. Marami pa po tayong cash giveaways na ipamimigay. So ano pa nga bang hinihintay nyo guys? Kita-kits na sa Bola TV app and kita-kits sa next game. This is Charles from Bola TV. See ya!